Some of the biggest excuses that I hear from people is that the system, the government, the politics, the education is holding them back. They often say these things. Hey, the odds are stacked against people like me. The system is keeping me down. I can't get ahead because of X, Y, and Z. And to be honest, this is a poor mindset. A poor mindset means that you have zero control over your life. You're a complete reaction to everything that happens to you. And it's as if you have no control over anything that happens to your life. Everything is somebody else's fault, and you can't get ahead because of them. The issue with thinking this way is that there's no hope. You often see these people try to find hope in things like politics. A lot of people are upset. They think one politician is going to come up and change their entire life, give them riches, give them everything that they're hoping for, which is not going to happen. They often buy a ton of lottery tickets, always trying to find that easy golden ticket to the next level of their wealth without having to actually work for it. So they find hope in the lottery. They also try to find sketchy free tickets, cutting corners. You'll see these people trying to get involved in Ponzi schemes, doing car crash rings, just a whole bunch of stuff that does not lead to anywhere but further poverty and probably a criminal record. So what these people do is they try to find hope in these areas instead of doing what you should do. So today I'm going to tell you that the system is not keeping you down, that your biggest hurdle to success is that it is yourself. So many people, they are always trying to control their environment. But what you need to do is you need to control yourself. You are the biggest hurdle to you being successful. You have to get out of your own way. You have to step away. Your mindset will hold you back from success. So what do people do who do not have the poor mindset but have the rich mindset, right? So what happens is they take responsibility for their life. Poor people don't take responsibility. Everybody's somebody else's fault. So the way to get around that is for you to take responsibility, even on things that you do not control and have zero control over, right? You go to the airport and somebody cuts you off on the way there. Your seat gets bumped back to coach or back down to a flight 2 hours later. Take responsibility for all those things, even though you have no control over them. It's your responsibility that you booked the flight on that day. It's your responsibility that you have to fly in a commercial aircraft. Why couldn't you have flown private? Well, that's a crazy thing to say, Nate, is it? Take responsibility. If you don't like the inconvenience in your life, take responsibility for it and actually work on improving it. If you don't like flying coach, find a way to fly private. If you don't like doing things and you're constantly thinking of, this is as a result as somebody else, that is your responsibility. When you take responsibility of your life, what it allows you to do is it allows you to start to control your life. You can say, hey, look, it's my responsibility, therefore, that this is a result of me not doing something, even if that thing, like I said before, is not even, the rest of the world does not even rationally think that that's your fault. You should take responsibility for it. Because if you don't, that's a loser mindset. If you don't take responsibility for the things that have happened to you, then you are as bad as the person who sits on the couch and does nothing. Because then they're going to say, hey, look, the whole world is keeping me down. It's somebody else's fault that something happened. Take responsibility today, and you can get to the next level of your life. And that next level of thinking is saying, hey, I am running my own life. I am in charge here. So if I want to make more money, it's up to me. My full responsibility. It's not because the boss didn't promote me. It's me not doing something. Maybe I didn't network enough to get another job. Maybe I didn't think about starting my own business. Maybe I got in the wrong career field. Take responsibility for those things. You start looking at your life and you start looking at those things that are not up to your success standards. Everybody should have success standards. And when you start looking at your life and you're starting to take responsibility where you're at, you can start to work at changing your life today. So the system is not against you. The system is not stacked up against you. No matter what situation you are in, if you take responsibility, you can improve it. No matter what, even if you're in prison, you got nothing going on. Well, you have two mindsets you can have. You can say, oh my gosh, I'm here, whatever, this is horrible. Or you can say, hey, I'm going to improve my life, right? The latter is a way better way to live. It's way better. Every time I have improved my life, I have felt better about myself. Every time I've improved my life, I've gone through the rest of the day feeling like I've contributed something to society. I've contributed something to my life. So improvement is often where we find happiness, right? when we win the ball game on a last second shot, right? That's because we improved enough to win. Everything from our life stems from improvement. So if you have no improvement in your life, then yeah, that's easy to get into depression. It's easy to get into all those things because you don't see anything positive around you. Well, the best way to start seeing positivity is start taking responsibility and say, hey, I'm grabbing the bull by the horns of my life, and I'm saying, hey, I'm going where I need to go today. So start taking control of your life by taking responsibility and avoid being a reaction to the rest of the world and say, hey, whatever happens to me is because of me. Because if it's because of me, I can start to make a change in my life.